Hi, this is Jen Foster and Melanie Johnson. We are here live on Facebook, YouTube, and possibly LinkedIn coming up. And we're excited to
I'm
talk with
everywhere.
you.
You know what?
I was
Go
going to say,
ahead.
it's the first Friday of the month. And every Friday of the beginning of the month, Melanie and I do a StreamYard. And StreamYard is just a live Facebook. So that's what we're doing right now.
All right. So you know what? We wanted to talk about how we get phone calls that people want to write a book all the time. So I want to talk about a phone call that we just had, and I get these all the time. Someone who, and I bet this might be you because 80% of the people want to write a book, but only 20% of the people, no, only 1% of the people actually do. So many people have a story inside of them. So the issue is I get this phone call and they say, I've had this idea. I want to write this book, whether it's about their business or about their life, or, I've got this strategy that I use in my business that's super successful. I don't know how to get it down on paper. And so they're on the idea hamster wheel and they've been thinking about it for years. They've been thinking, I want to write this book. I just don't know where to start. So if that's you, then stay tuned. We're going to talk about that just for like 5-10 minutes and give you some tips of what you should do if that's happening to you.
Yes, which is really good because, a lot of people think about it. Like even before the pandemic, you were probably like, oh man, I'm going to be stuck at home. I should probably write a book. And then if you didn't write a book, then now is the time to write that book.
Yep. So we offer something that I call it the VIP book creation day, but we just had an interview with someone. She goes, I think you should call it kick me in the butt day to get my book going. So the kick butt book day, maybe that's what we should change the name to. But the idea is to just, I think the key is to get that structure down. Ask yourself who you're writing the book for, that specific person, not just I'm writing it for everybody or I'm writing it, anyone from 20 to 50 years old would love this book and change your life. Pick the person, pick the age they are, pick the demographic they are. If they're male or female, all the things about them, pick that person that you're writing to. And then start getting that common thread that's going to run through your book to so you have some consistency. So every chapter somehow has that common thread running through it, whether it's a leadership thread or it's overcoming something or it's passion. So that always comes back to that point that you have. And I know we've said this a million times, but maybe not everybody's heard it. We have this secret tool called the 10 by 10 by 3. And I'm just going to tell it to you really fast because I know no one has time to sit around and listen to these videos all the time. But
Yeah. But before you tell it, I want to say that we are actually launching a new book, a couple of different books. Our story starters that we published many years ago, we're doing new second editions of these books.
Yeah.
And so how to write your success story to impact the world, we are releasing that in a week or so. And in there, it does talk about the 10 by 3 by 3. So if you're just getting a little taste of what this writing method is, you can get the details in our new book, or it's our second edition of our book, of how to write your success story and leave an impact to the world.
And what I love about that book, so I'm going to teach you the 10 by 10 by 3, but that book has like 50 plus questions in it on top of what I'm going to give you right now. So the 10 by 3 by 3 is the 10 most frequently asked questions you get all the time. So if you're a business owner or in business or working at your job, you probably get the same questions over and over and over again. So that's the start of it right there. It can be the top 10, the top 20, as many as you can think of in a short period of time. And then don't just answer them, but then think of a story, or we always say 3 stories. That's the 3, the 10 by 10 by 3. The 3 that goes with that 10 are 3 stories that illustrate that. So it could be a story of a client or something that you experienced yourself. Could be a story of somebody that you know that's gone through that, or it could be a story of a celebrity or someone you don't even know that you've read about that's gone through that. Then the second 10 are the should ask questions. Like if they knew what you knew, this is what they should be asking. So, and then come up with the stories, the answers and the stories to go with those. But again, Jen, tell them about the book that I just love it so much. So you can do the 10 by 10 by 3. All the details on how to do that with examples are in the book. But the book has, 50 plus questions in it.
Yeah, the book has 50 plus questions of writing your story of success because there's a lot of questions you probably don't think of. And we call it a story starter because it's really to help you get out of that I don't know what to write about mentality and actually just answering questions about your story, answering questions about how you got there, who helped you get there, why you wanted to have this success in the first place, why you wanted this goal, and then just writing that story and then sharing that with the world, how you accomplished it, right?
So the one thing I share the story, there was a book that I wrote called The Life Legacy Challenge. It was from a TEDx talk that I did. And you never know whose hands the book is going to end up in. This book ended up in a gentleman's hand in a Japanese prison who was a US citizen who got scammed and ended up in prison. And he said, I got your book and it just gave me hope. I'm writing my legacy of how I got here so it doesn't happen to anybody else. So when you put that book in the universe, not only does it give you this cathartic feeling, and it's almost like letting all that stuff that's trapped inside you get out, but then it goes into the world and you never know whose hands they're going to go into and change their life, change the trajectory of their life. And the book lasts forever. A book never, ever, ever goes away. It's always there and can be shared and passed on from one person to the other. How many times have you said, oh my gosh, I love this book. You have to read it. Either you get them to buy the book or you would just give it to them. So we believe in books 1000%. Obviously, that's the passion that Jen and I have. And we
Yeah.
just wanted to give you this little tip today and inspire you and encourage you. And if you're thinking about writing a book, just go over to our website, hit the submission form, and maybe you're a right candidate to fit for our VIP day that we do. And you get 8 to 10,000 words written, the structure of your book, all within one day. One day. So then you're ready to go. It's that kick in the butt, as that other lady told me, Donna, in our interview with her today, that she needs that kick in the butt.
Yes, I love that. And our VIP day is awesome. So we have a few viewers on. We have Nobby, who is a
Nobby!
lifelong friend we've known for a long time. And he's asking, but will it work for me? And that's something that, like Melanie said, your book lasts forever. And a lot of people, are going around giving business cards, and now there's digital business cards, and people get your digital business card, and then they totally forget that they even met you because it's on their phone somewhere in the void, and they don't even know where it is. But if you give someone a book, when they go home, they're not going to throw your business card away or never find your digital business card in their phone somewhere. They're going to actually have a physical book that they can put on their nightstand, they can put on their coffee table, they might set it on their countertop and say, I'm going to read that. And then even if they don't read it within a month or within a week or even that night, they are going to remember you and see you, whether your picture's on the front or the back or even inside the book. They're going to remember, wow, they gave me a book, right? And so that digital business card now becomes a glorified business card, which is a book that lasts forever. And most people don't throw books away, right?
Yep. And the other thing I want to say, like when you say, will this work for me? The answer is yes. It works for everybody, no matter what business you're in, no matter what walk of life you're from. A book
Mhm.
transcends all cultural barriers.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if you're a dentist, if you're a lawyer, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a digital marketer. It works for every business, for everyone. A book cuts through the noise and gives you a reason to connect with your audience. And it gives you a bunch of social media content and content to use over and over and over again. Nabi, thank you so much for that question. And I just want to see what cake you're eating. Nabi's famous for eating treats all the time. And I can't wait. I always look at, oh my gosh, she's having another piece of cake today. That looks so amazing.
I love it. Yeah, so let us know what kind of cake you're eating, Nabi, and we'll go try and find a piece of cake this weekend and celebrate what you're doing now and your accomplishments and your success.
Yep. Well, thanks for stopping by. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. We're thinking about you and sharing love and sending it your way and encouraging you. If you have a story inside of you, please get it out and change the world with what you have to share.
Yes. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you all soon. Visit our YouTube channel and visit our website to fill out that author submission form. Our YouTube channel will have this video as well as some of our podcasts that we air every Monday. So there's a new podcast episode every Monday. You can like our page on Facebook, and you'll get notifications in your Facebook that a new podcast episode has been released. So go ahead and do that as well. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.